Hello and welcome back to Craps Hawaii. This evening I just want to talk to you a little bit about my 130 inside. I made a part 1 and showed some of the options that you could do, and there is a lot of options available with the 130, and that's why I kind of like it. You know, I like the 130. It gives you a lot of options. Some people might think, well, 130 is a lot of money to put out, but in reality, you know, I said you should have 10 times the amount of what you put out. So if it's 130, you should have $1,300 so that you can battle against anytime you get 7'd out or you're not really making enough to take back your staying alive money, which is at least 2 hits. So anyway, I made part 1 and now I said I'm going to make part 2 just to show you other options that you can do. And I want you to realize that while playing the 130 inside, because there are so many options that you can press down, you can depress, you can press up. It all depends on what the table is giving you and what you feel you want to do on your next move or your next press or your next depress. And because I work with this a lot, it's pretty much coming almost normal to me, or very easy for me to see ahead and think what I want to do with the options. But I want you to, you know, get to the point where it becomes almost automatic. And to do that, you're gonna have to practice it. You're gonna have to work on it, see what the point comes, what you can do at that point, what options does it give you. And if the table's not hitting, it's not hitting. This system will not work, and probably any other system will not work. So if that's the case, then you might want to just play smaller until the table turns, like 22 inside, 32 across, you know, 44 inside, whatever you'd like to do. Okay, but as you've seen in my first video or in some of my other videos, I get caught on a come out because I work on a come out, and sometimes I don't work, but I get caught on a 0.7. So a lot of times you see my 5 hands go all the way down to 1 stack left or 2, and I bring it back. Okay, and that's because this 130 inside will do that for you. Will give you that option. If you're smart, manage your money and be disciplined, it can help you. Okay, so anyway, that's what I wanted to get across before we get started with this 130 inside. And I'll show you some options that you can do, and like I said, you need to practice it so that it becomes natural to you, almost automatic. Okay, so I'm going to lower the camera so you can see the table better, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I think that's enough where you can see the table. And I'm just going to explain that if this number hits, what you can do. If that number hits, what's your options. Okay, and then later on we'll get into some live rolls and see if, you know, we can do what I'm being explained. Okay, so like I said, most of the time I either going to work in the field or I'm going to work when I'm placed out here already. Okay, now I work in the field because I feel like I can get the 2, the 3, the 4, the 9, 10, 11, 12, and I can get like a free hit because I'll take the money and get paid here, and we'll get paid like this, and so one will come up here and set us up, and now it's like a free hit. Okay, But that's all an option to you, whether you want to work or you don't want to work. That's fine. Whether you want to work in the field like an iron cross to start it off, or you want to just place it out here and work out here. Because sometimes I cannot lose, but I can break even. So if I hit a 6 or an 8, I'll lose the field, but I'll collect 35, so I'll break even. Okay, but if I'm up here and working up here, if I hit a 6 or an 8, it'll be a win. Whereas over there, if I'm working in a field, it's just a tie. Okay. So anyway, that's part of it. So now let's say we're in the field, the number rolls, and let's say it's 9. So at this point, you would get paid for the field $35. So you move from here to here because you want to fill this up, so you got all the insides covered. But now you got $35. So what options do you have? And this is what I want to show you, because one option would be to take this $35 and just pocket it as part of your profit once you get back your staying alive money, and this is helping you to get there, right? That's one option. The second option is maybe the dice is not very well, not rolling good, so it won't allow you to profit this and take 2 more hits where you can collect $49 or $50 for one on the 5 and 9, or $35 on the 6 and 8. So you want to get this money back as fast as possible. So that's the 35. So now the other option is, like I showed, is we'll take the 9 down. Okay, take the 9, we'll take the $50 and we'll make it 20. Okay, so you know how we got that, right? We got 35 on the 9 and the 35 we want in the field. We're gonna take that $20 and make that 9 20 and take $50 back right away. Okay, so we're not only taking the win of 35 and putting it on the side, we're also depressing this bet because the dice is not rolling for a long time, so we need to get back our staying alive money as fast as possible. Okay, so now let's say the dice rolls and it becomes a 6 or an 8. Okay, that's on the second hit now. Becomes a 6 or an 8. So you win another $35. Now we have options that we can do with this also, right? We can do other things. But the option that I like to do is I like to come over here to the 5 and take that to 20 and take back another $50. Okay, so now we got $100, and because we got $100, we only invested in $30 over here. Okay, so that is the basics. Okay, that is the basics of taking down the 5 and the 9 so that you get back $50. Okay, so now we got back 100. We can take this down, and because there's $100 here, if we took back another 30 where we started, we got $70, and that's profit already. So you can just take everything down if you wanted to and take a $70 profit. Okay, the other thing we can do is we can stay up here and say, well, I want to take another hit. Okay, so now you take another hit. Let's say a 6 or an 8 hits again, so that pays $35. So with the $35, you can take this, put it over here, and now you got $135. So you're up $5. Okay, so now if you wanted to, you can take all this down and take $100 profit now, because this is your start money, so you've been 105. So that's another option, and that's why I said this 130 has a lot of options. So you need to practice it over and over and over until it becomes an automatic thing that you know what you want to do with your options. Okay, now the other thing that we can do, because you won $35, because you hit the 6 or the 8, is that you can give the dealer $1. Okay, now what will that do by giving the dealer $1? What would that do? So that would give you $36. Now what options can you do with $36? Why am I giving the dealer $1? Well, I took my 5 and 9 down to $20, right? So I won 35. I give the dealer $1. What is the thing I'm going to do? Right here, the 6 and 8. I want to get $60 back, and that's where it is, right here, $60 more. Okay, and by doing this, we're going to tell the dealer to take us on our 6 and 8 to $18 each. So that's another option. Okay, that's another option. So get change. Okay, so now that's 15, that's 15, 18, and 18. Okay? So now you already took your $60 back over there from the 6 and 8. So now you got $100, $50, $60. So now you are up $30, and you still got $76 out here, which is a total of $100 in profit if you wanted to, a little bit, 106 or so. Okay, so that's another option. Now once you do this, and maybe you don't want to stay here with this amount, you can break this down even more now. Okay, so now if you take this back, this back, this back, and this back, and one more here and here, now you got 44 inside, and you got another $32 profit you can take. Okay, now you got 44 inside. The other thing is, maybe you don't want 44, maybe you want 64 across, and you're still taking back another $12 profit, and now you got all the numbers. You got the 4 and 10 covered too. Okay, so that's another option that you can do with this 130. Okay, that's all the options that I want to show you, and that's why I broke this down into part 1 and part 2. And along the way, when I was showing this 130 strategy, I've been showing these different options along the way, and now I decided, well, let's just go through the whole thing so you understand and you can do what you want to do. The first thing is getting back your staying alive money, so that you're always in the game, you're not out of the game, you can always keep playing. Okay, so that's why some people will always just depress their bets. They want to stay in the game, they don't want to take the whole thing. And like I showed you in the beginning, once you get back your $100, maybe you want to take down the $100 that's over here and take a $70 profit, or take another hit, get your $130 and take a $100 profit. So those are options. And you need to practice this over and over, knowing where to move your money, how to move your money, what you're taking down, what you're putting back, so that it becomes automatic, like I said. Okay, because there's so many things that you can do with this, and that's why I like this system. You don't have to go to 64 across. Like I said, it could be 44 inside. Could go all the way down to table minimum. If it's $5 table minimum, you can go 32 across or 22 inside and take all that profit back. Okay, so those are the options that I wanted to show you only on that side. And the original setup of the 130, the fastest way to get your money back, like I said, is at least $100 back. When you're set up like this, no matter what number hits, no matter what number hits, you're gonna be able to take $50 back on the first hit and another 50 on the second hit. Okay, so let's say, I'm just gonna put this away for now, but let's say, okay, the first hit comes, it's a 6 or an 8. Okay, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get paid 35, so we're gonna take 20, place it on the 9, and take back 50. Okay, that's the very first move. Now the 6 or the 8 gets hit again. What we're gonna do? Same thing, but with the 5, we're gonna take 50 more and make that 5. $20. So that's the basic move. Okay, but some of you might say, well, what if the 6 and 8 didn't hit? What if the 5 and 9 hit? Okay, so maybe the 5 or 9 hits. So this hits right here. That pays $49, right? Or 50 for one, but I say we'll take 49. And the reason I'm taking 49, and that's what you need to think about, is what should you take, 50 for one or 49? The reason I'm taking 49 is because I'm gonna have an option on my presses. Okay, so now right here we can still take back 50, and $10 goes here, and now we got $64 that we're taking back instead of 50. Okay, that's one option. The other option, the 9 hits, so we got our 54. We took this to 20. We got $20 more. What we're gonna do? We can take this to 20, and now we got $79 back. We got $79 back now. Okay, so that was one hit on the 9, and that's what we could do, right? So that's one option that I want to show you. If you say, well, what if the 5 or 9 hit? Okay, so the 5 hit or the 9 hit, we can do this. Okay, we don't have to come over here and take only another quarter, but if the dice is really bad, that's what we might want to do. If not, we're going to take our $64 profit right here. Then let's say another 6 or 8 hits, that's another $35. Okay, so now at that point, when it's another $35, we have the same option that we have here. We'll take another 50 and make that 20, and now we got $114. So now we're in the game only $16, right? So if we took all this down, this is all our profit, $100 minus $16. Okay, so that's a profit of $84, right? So those are things that you want to look at. Maybe you want to take $84 every player along the way, as long as you can take 2-3 hits, right? Add all that up, 5 players, 10 players, taking $84 or $70, that all adds up. Okay, so that's another point. Now let's say you want to stay in here. You got $100 in play. You're playing only $16, but you got 100 laid out here. You want to take another hit. Okay, so let's say the 608 comes, it hits, and this is what I told you now. Now you want to take either that and leave it up, or give the dollar, take the $60 back, and make over here 18 each, because this is $36, 18 each, right? So you make this 18 each, and all this is yours. Yeah, all this is yours. And you're still in the game for $76. Okay, you got 76 inside. Over here you got 175, $209, $209. And you started at 130, and there it is. So now you got $79 profit, and you're still in the game with $76 inside. So it's like 80 plus 70, almost $150 profit already, maybe a little more. Okay, so those are the things that is options, and at this point, like I said, now you can take it down to 44 inside, 32 across, 64 across, and still take some more money back. So there are a lot of options in this, and that's why I wanted to show you and explain to you. So when you start playing this, think about what you can do and what's possible. Where do you want to be 1-2 moves from now? And that's what you got to do. You got to think about, where do I want to be 1 or 2 moves from where I am now? If this number hit, what am I going to do? If that number hit, what am I going to do? I mean, some of you might feel like this is way over your head or way too much options, but that's why I try to take you one step at a time, right? One step. Like, what is the options? And that's why I took you through the easiest possible way, the basic move. Get paid 35, whether it's in the field or on a number coming out. Take 50, get paid another 35, take 50. Okay, so now you're only in the game for 30. If you really want this right here, if it hits, give them $1, take 60, have them make them down to 18 each. Let's say the 9 hits, right? And then not the 6 or 8 when you're in this position. What does it pay? It'll pay you $28. It'll pay you $28. Okay, so maybe you just go, well, I'm going to take that $28 because now I got back 128. Right? I'm only in the game for $2. So at that point, you might say, okay, take me down to 32 across, 22 inside, 44 inside, 64 across. Whatever you would want to do, you're going to still depress these bets and still take back more money. Okay, or you might say, well, my 509 hit, that's $28. And I still want to take this 6 and 8. So what you going to do? You got $28. You give $8 to the dealer. And now that's $36, right? And you take this down, so you're taking back 60. You gave back 8, so you're still profiting $52 more, right? So that's all the options that you can do with this 130. I just don't want you to get frustrated that there is too much for you to think about, and if it's the case, then just playing the basic, take 50, take 50. Hey, you can figure out what you want to do with the rest. Okay, if you just want to take all the money right there, then take it. Okay, so anyway, I'll just throw a few hands and see if the dice works for us. If not, at least I explained to you what is the possibilities, what is the options that you can do. I didn't discuss about pressing up when you get to 130. Maybe somebody say, well, I laid 130, but I'm already in profit because I played this and I took back and I made some money, and now I want to just press from 130. Well, that's another strategy, that pressing up and getting all these bets to 150 or more, or whatever you want to do. Okay, so I'll just see if I can show some numbers for you and see what we can do. Okay. So let's just say we're working on the come out, but we're not in the field, and see what happens. So 6. Okay, so point is 6, and we win $35. Okay, so what was the options I told you? We're gonna take 50. So if a 7 should roll now, what would we lose? $80 only, right? Instead of 130, because we took back some. Dan Hard. Dan Hard. And there's going to be times that you're not going to collect on every roll, because you have those numbers that, like I said, I call rubbish numbers, because you cannot collect. So okay, we took the 5 down, right? Took the 5 down right here, $50. So now what I said, we got $28. Okay, so what can we do with this $28? We can take the 6 and 8, right? What is the thing I told you about taking the 6 and 8? You gotta get this to $36, right? So we got 28. You can give $8 and take this whole thing down, or you can say, well, to the dealer, make my 6 and 8 look like 18 each and give $1, and there's your other quarter, right? So now that's the other 50 you took. Okay, so now we got $36 here, and the dealer's gonna make you look like 18 each. Okay, 18 each. Now at this point, you still got $35 over here on the 9, right? So we can stay over here and take our chances and roll some more numbers, or we can just say, well, you know what, take that quarterback and give them $10 over here, make them 20, and then you took back $15 more. Okay, so that's other options. And when you get to work with this 130 for a while, you begin to know that, oh yeah, I can do this, or I can do that, and it'll make you smarter. You're gonna have to think for a while in the beginning, so that you know all the options and where you want to be and what you want to do, right? If you wanted to drop down to, let's say, 66 inside, all you gotta do is take the quarter from the 5, drop it over here on the 9, take that quarter, and now you got 66 inside. And now you took back $127. Okay, so all you're in the game for is $3. If you took this $3, you got 18, 36, 46, $51 profit already. Okay, but let's just leave it like this then. Okay, we took back, we're in the game for $3. 7 comes, we lose $3. But that's your staying alive money. That's what you have to do. Take back some staying alive money. Six. So right there, that's another $21. And so now you're in the profit. It's 130. We got $18 over here and $66 down there. Everything down, more money. Take everything down over here to 44 inside. You take it back another $12. So 10, 11, 10, another $22. So that's all the things that you can think about. That's all the options that I want you to think about to see that you have with this 130 inside strategy. Let's see if we can get by one more rule. $11. 6, 5, 11. $10 hard. See, so maybe if we went 64 across, we'll be collecting, or 32 across, we'll be collecting on that 4 and 10s, those numbers that I call rubbish. But that was 2 extra numbers that we threw that we didn't collect anything. So that paid us another $21, right? Another $21. So we could press up, take the 21, take all this profit down. That's all profit. So we're to the point that we cannot lose already, right? We already got our money back, our staying alive money, we're in the money, we're making some money. Hard 6 the point. So that will be another 21, and we'll take a quarter for $4. So if we wanted to press, we would get some change, like let's say take a nickel, and get $5 for that change. At 18, I showed this press before, this small power press. Give the dealer $3. Have him take you up to 30 each on the 6 and 8. Okay, so that's one of the presses, one of the power presses. Since we made the point, I'm just not working. And that's what I feel. After you throw a few numbers, you make a point. I don't like to work again because a chance of the 7 coming is to me, great, because if you're gonna throw a long time or something like that, that 7 has to come on the come out. So that's why I normally work on the come out the very first time, and if the point is made right away, then maybe I'll work again on the come out again. But after that, after a few throws, I don't like to work on the come out again, simply for this reason. So 0.8. Again. So 5 pays $21. And we'll just press the 5 at 9 up to quarters. So it went from 44 in 2 presses to 110. 110 from 44 in 2 presses to 110. So if you watch my power presses, I've showed you this on 44 in pressing up, 66 pressing up with power presses. $9. So what does 9 pay? $35, right? $35. So at this point, I would just take myself all the way down to 22 inside table minimum limit, or in this case, I'll just take all the win down. So all down. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 50, 60, $1. So if we did this, that's 100. This 130. We made $206 in that row. $206 profit. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to break it down into, like I said, part 1 and part 2. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned something, and would you know, take a chance playing the 130. Unless you don't have the bankroll, well, then there's nothing you can do except go look at some of my other videos where we play 44 or 66 and depress and repress. 130 seems like a lot of money, and you know, it is if you're gonna play $1,300. But look, I only had 5 hands, and I played with my one hand of $130. Of course, the table was pretty decent. Yeah, so you know, a lot of times you see me practice my 130, but only with 5 hands, and I don't get totally lost and lose everything, because as long as you take back 2 hits, it's $100. You're only playing 30. Okay, so keep that in mind. There's a lot of people that's in the crap family that's trying to teach videos and putting out videos to help all of you who would like to learn more. We also Skype all together, which I just started doing with them, and they invited me, and we're really enjoying ourselves. We Skype, we play with each other. Everybody has their own table, and everybody's throwing their own strategy, and we just take turns. You roll until you 7 out, goes to the next guy. It's great. I love it, and we get to know each other better, and we laugh and we joke around and have some fun, and we share ideas. So, you know, some of those people are like Let It Roll, Rick from Let It Roll, Bird Dog. We have this guy Clutch. Not really sure what his channel is. We got Dylan, who is Skill and Lock. I got George from CY. He's actually from Greece, Cyprus. He also puts out some videos. I'm not sure really what he's called, but try to look it up under George CY or something like that. He has very a lot of technical knowledge. He's a great shooter. So all of these people are trying their best for you, trying to do whatever they can to show you strategies in their videos. And they all have a point. We all have different strategies. Some of us, we share ideas. Most of us. If you like playing the dark side, because this group I just mentioned, most of us were on the light side. So if you like playing the dark side, go take a look at 36 Full Press. He puts out the blender, 888 blender. He plays the ladder, don't come ladder, don't pass. So he's the dark side guy. If you want to learn, he has some great strategies. Let It Roll. Ricky puts out some nice videos, great explanations. He puts out live crap games from Bronco Billy's. So all of these people I like to give a shout out to, because we all became good friends. I joined them. They asked me if I wanted to join, and I said, oh, why not? And I'm glad I did. We're having a great time, Skyping back and forth, laughing, joking, sharing ideas, like I said. Hope I didn't miss anybody in this session that I should have mentioned, but off the top of my head, those are the people that I know of that we've been talking and playing. Other than that, stay alive, keep disciplined. The only thing you can manage is your money. Okay, don't get carried away. If you get caught a couple times on working on the come out like I do, and I get caught with a 7, then I won't work again on the next roll coming out. Okay, because I don't want to get caught 2 times by the same person, and I've caught my own self coming out. And this September I'm going to be going, this December 11th, I'll be going back to San Diego at Harrah's, Southern California, with my friend Jay, and play against those darn cards again. But I'm trying to get better at it. Okay, so anyway, thanks for your time. Thanks for sharing your time with me. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I have also merchandise if you want to buy a lot of shirts here. And please subscribe. Other than that, hopefully you have a good week. And if you get to the casinos, stay disciplined, manage your money, and like I always said, stay alive.